Hello, welcome to the Everyday Players podcast for Gameweek 26, double with your host, Matthew Chan, the secret author, Tony Buxton.
All right.
And the secret PowerPoint maker, Ryan Chan.
Good evening, everyone.
Just before we start, actually, I just want to start off with a bit of a song, if that's all right. Is that all right? So it just goes like this. Raphinha, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my confidence, baby. Oh, Raphinha, I'm down on my knees, begging you please to come home now. Raphinha, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my confidence, baby.
I think we get it.
Fuck off.
What a performance last night against Tony Buxton. I was down and out. Nothing was happening. And then 86th, 87th minute, Raphinha free kick. What do you think about it, Tony?
Obviously, I wanted to win. I don't know. When it got to that time in the game, I thought I might have sealed it. But he probably deserved it after his one-on-one where Romeo absolutely...
What a tackle.
Sorted it, mate. Yeah, mint tackle. That was like a bank that I don't know how we messed up. But yeah, it was a battle from the off. You done well, mate. Even though I predicted your Raphinha move, it was too late. I didn't see it early enough. So well done, mate.
Cheers. And to be fair, you were Mystic Meg. You sent me a message saying, I know what you're going to do. And you got it bang on as well. You're going to get in Raphinha for Grealish, and you're going to captain him. Ryan texted me as well, like, oh, is that actually what you're going to do? I was like, yeah. But I just had to, I played it like, yeah, you're right, mate, like trying to be sarcastic to see if it threw you off a bit.
I wasn't sure, but it was too little too late for me. I think even if like I saw that earlier, I still don't think I would have done it, but you did, mate, and you're the man on the day. Well done. Won't help you, but
I know. I mean, even that -4 getting Dallas in, I think it was like a stroke of genius. I was debating getting him anyway, because you had him. I think I was like, you know what? He plays midfield. He's got 2 fixtures, 17 points. What a player!
Been saying it for months, mate. What a player! What a player! What a player, mate. Unbelievable. But yeah, you had the better head, I think, with your changes, taking the -4 risky when you knew it was going to be a tight game. But you'd have lost out on them 17 points in Dallas, wouldn't you? So yeah, drops me 9th in the table. But I'm playing next week, and I'm gonna have a little secret weapon for him. But yeah, well done, mate. Can't say it again. About it, but yeah.
All right, cheers, thanks a lot. Just before we, I mean, to be honest, I'm getting a little bit lucky the last few weeks. To be honest, I've been a bit bored this week. Like after that Spurs game, West Ham, I was just sure that, I've lost here. And I had to wait until that Tuesday night game, that Leeds Southampton, because I had no one else playing. I mean, lucky it came out in the end. But just before we begin anyway, I just want to give someone a shout out. I mean, we've given quite a bit of stick for taking a lot of -4s. You know, he's not afraid to take -4, -12. That's Robbie Decker, a Leeds fan himself. Got 106 points this week, -4. Gameweek rank of 5,535. As you can see there, he's got triple leads, but he's got Bamford, Melier, and Strike as captain, which is a bit out there. Fernandez, Rashford with 12, and Antonio with 7, and a bench boost with Lingard with 10. So well done, Robbie. Well deserved.
Well done, Robbie.
High points, anyway, that. Yeah, very good.
It is. Anyway, Ryan, how's it gone for you?
Shocking this game week. Rubbish. It just sort of like passed me by, to be honest. It was just like the game was going on and on. I was getting so many blanks. Watkins, he blanked. Martinez blanked. Then, Salah blank, Son blank, and I just thought, I'm doing no good here. So yeah, there's my team on there. Transferred striking, 8 points. So, I wouldn't say it was worth it, but it was okay in the end anyway. But I've gone there for future game weeks. And Diaz 7, Lawton, my best mate, 6. Now, got carded in the 94th minute. He got carded. He was on for 9, easily on for 3 bonus points. And then, I mean, I wasn't watching the game. I seen it on my 365. I was like, oh, surely it must be over now. I was like, a Burnley card. And I looked and I was like, oh my God. And then I just thought, he dropped down to 7. Then half an hour after the game, dropped down to 6. I thought that might cost me. So in the end, that cost me the game against Matty Tunstall in the stand-up. So I think that's my hopes. Well, as good as gone in that one, to be honest.
Before you say it, are you writing that league off then? Do you think that's it?
Yeah, sort of. I'm like 85-15 in the helmet polishers now. It's sort of just like in the back of my mind, I've accepted I haven't made it, and then if I do make it, I make it. But I'm not really looking at. I know I played Trev this week, but I haven't even looked at his team yet to see like who he's got or anything, and just sort of like not really playing it. Yeah, Fernandez 12. See, Bamford captain 16. I was a little bit disappointed, to be honest. You know, two game weeks he had, and you know he scored 1, but in the end, the fact he only got 6 in that was quite disappointing. I mean, that Raphinha goal, I think he was on for 1 bonus as well until that Raphinha goal. So that also cost me the win against Tunstall again. The fact that Raphinha scored knocked him off the bonus. And
you're going to go Bruno,
as
well, when?
Yeah, I think I was debating between Fernandez and Fernandez and Bamford, but I think for the majority of the time I was thinking more Bamford. So in the end, I just sort of like stuck to it and thought, you know what, 2 game weeks, Leeds, you know, Southampton at home. I know Wolves would be a tricky game, but I just thought the 2 game weeks thing was sort of just swung my mind. And then, yeah, Calvert-Lewin got 4 on the bench. And Cancelo, I sort of didn't know who to start and who to drop. In the end, I was hoping Gundogan wasn't going to start. Especially against Lewis Taylor, I needed like a differential, but because he had him as well, I just didn't want him to start. So the game week just sort of passed me by. It was it was garbage. Even 62 in the end probably made it better than what it was. It was awful. Awful.
Love it.
I think after hitting 3 figures last week, I was bound to come down, wasn't I? And yeah, I mean, I just crashed.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think that Leeds game just shot everyone's like scores up completely. Because I wasn't doing very well at all. I don't think Tony was doing too great either. But Dallas, Raphinha, and Bamford all doing the job for me. 24 of Raphinha as captain, Dallas 17. And the City boys just keep a clean sheet every week. Areola, I went for the single game week over the double game week goal in. It paid off when they played Sheffield United. Fernandez with 12. Really disappointed though with the likes of Souček, Son and Kane though, that West Ham Tottenham game. I mean, Souček, he is a machine. He's like the Terminator. When he's bleeding there in his face, and he still carries on. But I think I'm falling out of love a little bit with him and Son. There could be the next 2 out because I've had double Spurs. You know, I've got 2 Spurs. I've got 3 West Ham, and it feels a little bit too excessive in that area. They do play game week 29, but it's about holding them for that long. So, I mean, they'll stay. Kane and Son will stay in my team this week anyway because they've got a double. They have to. Souček could be gone though, but I feel like they play Leeds next week. He'll score a header, set piece. So I don't know what to do. I was going to get Raphinha out, but after his performance, I don't think I can. So I'll leave him in, and then we'll see how we go for next week. And then Tony, there's yours there, 78. Good score.
Finishing up on 78, yeah, I'll take that as a good score considering how low down we all were at the start.
Yeah, okay. And then do you want to just go through your team quickly, or do you want me to go through it?
Yeah, I'll blast it out. Edison in goal, 6 points. Maguire 5, Ben Mee 5, Dallas 17, Aspilicueta 3, Son 2, Salah 2, Fernandez 12, Gundogan 3, and then Antonio come off the bench with 7 because Grealish was out, and Captain Bamford was 16. Start with the back line as always. I can't believe Maguire lost his clean sheet because he got an assist. That would have just completely changed it. I don't know how much longer I'm going to Man United defender in my team, mate, if I'm totally honest. Then Ben Mee got a yellow card. You don't realise how important them yellow cards are, and like conceding a goal as a midfielder when the league's so tight. Like if Raphinha didn't get the bonus there, that yellow card could have been the difference against me and you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's super tight. My midfield was a proper blank. Son, like back onto Tottenham. Do I even want a Spurs player in my team anymore? Definitely not two. Like Kane and that, I've seen all the talk of Kane as captaincy for the double game week. I'm sure he's going to be a bust, mate, a complete bust for both of it. Personally, I go for Salah or people who have Harvey Barnes. Fernandes got the 12 Gundogan a quiet game. Antonio surprised me with a goal. That's why he was on my bench. And then Bamford, 16 points, disallowed goal first game, no bonus second game goal. Edison was only really like my strong player where I know I'm getting points. Like I talk about the defence so much and how much I back my back line, occasionally play 5 at the back. But Edison and Dallas are the only ones I can really trust. But the problem with Edison is he's never going to get bonus. So is it better to have Diaz like everyone else does? I don't know. But yeah, I'm happy with the score. Disappointed I lost to you. Happy I beat Liam. Liam's probably one of the best managers in both leagues, but he didn't deserve to beat me. Like he was getting points off Calvert-Lewin off that penalty, which was just the most ridiculous penalty I've ever seen in my life. So I'm glad that I sealed it on him. But we'll go again next week.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, he shaved like Trent's afro, didn't he? It was quite soft.
He kicked Trent in the back of the head and got a penalty. Do you know what I mean?
You're getting anything these days.
What?
One thing that you meant. Go on. Oh, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I was just raging. I said if I'd have lost by like 2 points and that pen had something to do with it, I'd have lost my shit, mate. Ainsley be getting triple captain the shit out of next week. Take it out on him.
Get your top off.
Nearly. Maybe next week if Ainsley beats me.
You let the viewers down.
Yeah. I'll do my press ups this week just in case I have to.
I mean, a couple things that you mentioned then. So anyway, on to this game week. Big double game week. I think there's 14, 15 teams with a double game week here. One thing you touched on there was the talk about Kane as captain. Let's discuss who do you think are the best captains. Ryan, do you want to go first?
No. I think... I was talking...
No, you don't.
For me, I think the main standouts are Fernandes and Kane. I'm actually going to go for. I know that's I'm going slightly against what Tony's saying, but I think Fernandes is he's got one hard game with Chelsea, but then Palace, decent game, but you just never know with Bruno. You feel like he can just score whenever, but I mean Chelsea have been solid recently, and I don't know. I'm still a little bit unsure, and as you can see, I made that captaincy. Paul the other day, and 58% with Kane. I was actually quite surprised with that. It was a lot more than what I thought, considering that not too many people own him. I know, like, obviously, a lot of people bring him in for this game week, so I was quite surprised with that. So, for me, the key to between Bruno and Kane.
Yeah, because, I mean, when I looked at that poll, it surprised me a bit with Bruno and Salah, because I don't fancy any of them. I think, if anyone, Kane is a potential captain. Who they play again? Burnley and Fulham.
Yeah.
They were a bit disappointing the other day against West Ham. However, he still had quite a lot of shots. He had chances to get either score or even when he could have squared it for Son if he just played the ball a bit quicker.
Yeah.
I think it will put a lot of people off, but he does tend to do well against the bottom 8 teams.
Yeah.
I don't think he's blanked this year against them. However, I mean, knowing Sod's Law, he probably will blank when everyone captains him. The other one I'm thinking, Calvert-Lewin plays Southampton and West Brom. What do you think?
He's just neat, but I'm a little bit unsure on Everton. Even when I watched them, I just don't think that they're going to create that many chances. I know, he scored a few recently, before he got injured, but I'm just a little bit unsure on captaining him. I think he's a little bit too far, even psychologically, as we've said before. I think it just seems a little bit of a risk for me.
Tony, Calvert-Lewin, fancy it? Don't fancy
Personally, no, not keen. Personally, I don't have anyone from Everton. I still don't know how I feel about them, if I'm honest. No, I think there's way better options out there, but I don't know. You really don't know, do you? Maybe he'll kick someone in the back of the head again and get a penalty. Who knows?
Because, I mean, I've had a bit of with the transfers, I had it in my head who I was going to get. And now, because there was so many people getting double game weeks, it's just changed. I was going to get Martinez, to be honest.
Yeah.
What about this? Martinez, I mean, Vardy, I think he was in my plans. But Calvert-Lewin's kind of in my plans because I'm thinking, I played Dan Rowe and I'm struggling in that Helmets League. I've been top for so long, but I'm getting dragged back in it where it's only like 7 points between me and ninth now. So I really need to win. So he's got Calvert-Lewin. Should I just get him? What about Richarlison then? I know a long-term option, he's not great, but if you think Calvert-Lewin still might be coming back from an injury, Richarlison up front, he scored the last 2 games. He scored scored 2 against Tottenham. Yeah. Is that right in the cup?
Scored in the cup, yeah.
Richarlison?
It's a no for me. I think I don't know. I know he scored a few recently, but I just think if you got between him and Calvert-Lewin, I do expect Calvert-Lewin to start, to be honest. I know, he came on against Liverpool and he looked fine. So I think he'll be all right. And if you've got one or the two, it's Calvert-Lewin all day over Richarlison for me.
Tony, Richarlison?
No, but I said this last week when Ben had him and he did score. So I'd never do that in a million years, but people willing to take a risk, like it could pay off for you because he done it last week against, who was he playing? Against you anyway. Ben had him against you, didn't he? Yeah, so you don't really know, but for me, Leicester player has to be. It doesn't matter who they play; they're so good. I would be captaining a Leicester player this week, upcoming week.
Okay, no, that's a valid point. I mean, we'll go on to Leicester now as well. So I even had it in my head of doing a triple up Vardy, Barnes, Maddison. It does seem a bit excessive. Maybe they're just in good form. And I know a few weeks back in the wild cards, I actually got Maddison in. And I went for another Leicester player. And I tried to be too different and went for Tielemans. However, had I just gone for Harvey Barnes, imagine like Maddison and Barnes just ticking over. That's a good 40-odd points. So what about them players this week? Are you getting them, or do you think the luck's going to run out?
I think, well, obviously, yeah, they've been in class form. I think they're slightly overachieving. I mean, the past 2 weeks, I did have Harvey Barnes in before. Before he scored 13 and 12, I took him out before that, and it's just typical, really. But then they're playing well at the minute because I think I was watching them, and it was more like I just felt like I needed Leicester cover. And in the end, I think he got 2 blanks in a row, and I thought, I'm just going to get rid. But then since then, I feel like they have been playing really well. But I think Maddison's 50% out now, so I'm not sure he'll make the Arsenal play the second game. But whether he'll actually play 2, might be pushing it with his injury record.
Yeah, Tony, do you have any currently?
No, Justin's gone out. He's my only Leicester player. I was happy to keep that one Leicester player, but without him now, I'm backed into a corner as well. Man and Inzi's team, we have 2 different players. One of them's Barnes. I'm gonna have to get Barnes to blank his out, and then it's his keeper versus Son. That's literally our battle next week. So it's insane. But whether I captain, I don't know. It's 50-50 captain between Salah or Barnes for me.
Who's his keeper?
Leno. Oh, shit, he's already lost. What's he playing at?
Do they have 2? No, they don't have 2 games, do they, Arsenal?
Nah, they've only got Leicester.
Only got Leicester. Oh, he may as well not even show up then.
What, you'll be... Son gets rested, plays the last half an hour, then he'll get a red card in the second game or something.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly relying on Son either. I'm proper I'm not into Spurs, mate. We've even debated getting rid of Son, but yeah, that's literally how close it's going to come down to. I needed him to lose. I had this with you as well, right? I needed Ben to beat you because you're both keen to quickly switch your teams when you lose. But then you beat Ben, so you're a bit more clear-headed for me, beat me.
Yeah.
And then he's won game, so he'd have took -12 if he lost this week. He's been raging. But now he's won. He's got karma against me, so I have to play it smart. I don't know. But out of all the Leicester players, I'd get Barnes. Even if Maddie was 100%, I wouldn't get him. I just prefer Barnes, me. But then I don't Vardy up top, but I don't have the cash to spend up top. I'm saving man for De Bruyne. I'm waiting to see when he's playing 100% all the time and that. And then I've been saving my bank for that. But yeah, Barnes, 50-50, whether I captain him or Salah.
Yeah, so you're right there, actually, with what was I about to say? Just regarding, I can't even remember what I was going to say there.
What do you have for tea, mate? I've dropped my phone.
No, oh yeah, sorry. The other one was obviously Ricky Pereira, right back, 5.9 million. He's playing as a right winger. Fancy him?
To be honest, I think I would if I had the money, but it'd mean I have to take Man City players out, or I'll have to get rid of Luke Shaw, but then I'll have to downgrade someone else, to get him. But I do think it's a decent option, and yeah, as you say, he was playing right back. I think they had, was it Thomas as left back, and was it Castagna as right back that they had? But I mean, I knew they'd done that against Villa, but I don't know whether that was just because they thought that Grealish was going to play, and it was
right.
just double up on them as well. So I don't know whether he might go back to full back basically, and they'll just put Albrighton back in.
Yeah, because who was it? West Ham that done that, where they played Soufal and Fredericks, and they kind of doubled up on him.
Yeah, and they done a job on him, Grealish.
Yeah, so obviously he didn't play. I remember what I was going to ask now. So many double game weeks. We're taking a minus this week, -4, -8. You can make it up, can't you?
You can make. I think if there's any week to take a minus, it's got to be now, isn't it? I mean, so many games you could take a -4, which is basically equivalent to -2 or a 4 and 8 sort of things. But personally, I'm not. I mean, I've sort of set my team from a few weeks ago. I sort of thought, oh, this is going to be my plans, and I don't need to take a minus. But I can understand why people do it.
Tony?
No, I don't need it. My team's class, man.
Right, that's fair enough. We'll move on. With mine, actually, I mean, I played Jordan Swales this week, and he's not afraid to take a -4 or -8 whatsoever. So it's crossed my mind, but I might actually just try and see if I can get over the line with like an 8-point handicap or something like that. We'll see.
Yep.
Anyway, this week's presentation brought to you by Lucas Aid and Ryan Chan. We've got the strikers on today. Double game week. Do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, so I'll pick, for the main strikers, which people will be thinking about this game week, Kane and Calvert-Lewin, they're both on the same goals. I was quite surprised, actually, that the minutes per goal, Harry Kane, 148. I thought he'd actually be a little bit better than that, but yeah, Calvert-Lewin and Vardy, very, very similar, but, as it comes to assists, shots per game, Kane's your man. It seems to be, 11 assists, a lot with Vardy and 9, so yeah, he's doing a lot well. But even the shots, it seems to, 4 shots averaging per game, a lot higher than the others. And then the last 6 games, I actually went off just, when they played like 90 minutes. I think Kane played 87. So in the last 6 games, he's got 90 minutes. He's actually got 4 goals, which isn't actually too bad, and everyone thinks it's a lot less.
No.
And they've had some hard games, but the fact that Spurs aren't in good form as well. And then, expected goals last 6 games, Kane's on top again. And I don't know, it's a weird start that Calvert-Lewin, Vardy and Watkins all on 0.42. I had to make sure that was right.
Huh?
But, so yeah, even well down the bottom, that all of them have decent fixtures as well. So it just depends on who you want to get. So yeah.
Yeah, and what about Ollie Watkins? Obviously, we haven't really talked about Villa. Are we thinking towards Villa? Who was it? Leeds and Sheffield United. A lot of the talk was about getting Villa players to start with because everyone thought they're getting a double game week 26. But bang, that many teams have got like double game weeks. Is he still an attractive asset? He's cheap, or do you think the other ones are better, Tony?
No, not for me, especially now Grealish is out. His service is gone. So you're seeing how different they were just without him the other day. I'm not saying they're a one-man team. They're an all-rounder, but he's just the absolute element of it. And I don't see him getting that much service without Grealish. Whether Grealish will miss both the games or just the one, I don't know. But I've been put off getting them because of that. Like, I wanted Martinez. Probably going to bite me in the arse. They're still delaying getting Martinez, but I'm just going to wait till Grealish is back, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, on Martinez, I was exactly the same. I thought this week, get him in, double game week. But because I've already got Areola, who plays 2 games anyway, I'm kind of thinking in my head, I don't know, how good is Martinez that he's going to get that many points over him?
I think as well, though, defensively, I actually had a look, and Villa have conceded the most shots in the last 5 weeks, like out of everyone, by quite a bit as well. So I think he has been. I mean, he does make like load of saves, but the expected goals against is a lot more than what it actually is. But he's just been playing well. I know he should have probably done better in the game against Leicester, especially the first goal. But yeah, they do look defensively not the best recently, I don't think.
No. Yeah, I'm predicting like the end, not the end of Villa. That's too harsh, but like I expect them now to sort of drift into a position you would expect them to.
Yeah,
I really just can't see him doing well this double game week without Grealish, and then he's going to come back, but their form's going to be battered. They might start dropping down that table now. I hope they don't, because I love Villa, one of my favourite teams this season. But it just seems like that's how it goes normally, and I can see it happening with Villa. So personally, keeping clear of them.
Okay, no one like Bertrand Traore that you fancy?
Well, I like him. I like that players like him that crop up every now and again that no one has. But I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to see how they are when Grealish comes back. Putting all my eggs in his basket, I don't know, might be a wrong move. Maybe I'm completely wrong on it, but I can't take the risk on him. And I don't necessarily need to just yet.
Yeah. You're never wrong, Tony.
I don't make mistakes. I'm never wrong. I don't make mistakes. Next question.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is with all these players in midfield, you only get 5 slots. And you can't like fit. Obviously, two or three of them always seem to go for the premiums. Like everyone's got Fernandes. I'm even bored of having him now, where everyone just has him. Yeah. Same with Son, even Gundogan a little bit. So you just can't get like that many players. And even though he does pop up, he probably just doesn't do enough to change your whole team.
Justify it. I think if you're paying, I can't remember how much it is, like 5 point something, then you're probably just better just spending a little bit more and probably getting Gundogan, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I mean, we talk about Man City a lot, so obviously we'll just try and rush through them. Double game week, changing anything, or do you think everyone's just got 3 Man City? Is it best to go for 2 attackers and 1 defender, or still 2 defenders, 1 attacker?
I think that obviously the most common one people have is 2 defenders and 1 attacker, but it is a good differential if you've got 2 attackers. I don't know, like Sterling and Gundogan, or De Bruyne and Sterling, De Bruyne and Gundogan. I do think it is good, but I think the fact that it is Champions League and there's a lot more players coming back, and I think they'll slowly start to get rotated a little bit more. And I'm hoping that people who have double Man City will get stung by Pep rotation a little bit more, Pep roulette, sorry, should I say, a little bit more than the defenders. But I think either or.
Yeah, 100%. People need to be very careful. Like you've just nailed it there. There's going to be some serious rotation coming up for City. And the people that have 3 City players, you just got to look out for it, because De Bruyne's back now as well. And like you just said, right, the Champions League and that, like Walker might be getting a run out of the back. Defenders coming out. Diaz and the keeper, probably the 2 bankers, really, aren't they? Mahrez will be coming in. Sterling might be losing his game again. I've seen more and more people have Sterling too now. Just be very careful messing about with him in the coming weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. Sterling's done very well, actually, recently. But Jordan, he's got Sterling and Gundogan, so I'm hoping like there is a bit of rotation there. So come on, Pep. Do it for the boys.
1 Pep.
Yeah, we need some.
Actually, maybe... Well, I was talking about this. Maybe we shouldn't be like wanting other people to be bad. Do you think as a FPL manager we should be like wanting everyone to do well and encouraging like big scores, or do you root for people to like not do very well?
I think you know what it is. I think it's head to head makes you want other people not to do well. I think if it's classic, you're a bit more like, it's all right if someone does well. Like it's good seeing other people doing well, but like head to head, it's more like, I want that person to lose. I need to overtake them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's more.
Everyone outside of our leagues, like I'm rooting for you, but anyone in our leagues, I want you to get smashed every week. But
One thing. Go on,
good.
sorry.
That's it. Everyone else out there, I want them to do good. But I hate all you.
Chucking it down here.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tell you one thing that was funny today, actually. I had a job interview. I've been having them like all week, and they asked me how I've dealt with like, have I done with social media and things before and advertised stuff. And I mentioned our podcast, actually. I'll say we've got a substantial following.
Give him a mug.
I should have done, shouldn't I? Oh, yeah, we've got mugs, but
yeah.
I'll probably just going off topic, like completely there.
Yeah. And then I bet you started asking them, oh, do you play fantasy football? Yeah.
It was all women.
Oh, was it?
It was all women in there.
I've done a 2-check before.
I was telling them about I had to, in my initiative, I had to raise money at Santander. Anyway, I said, that football tournament, we became UK champions and went to Madrid, but I don't think they were that bothered, to be honest.
No,
they were just like, sounds good.
That's like a girl joining like your job or whatever and being like, all right, Chan, so I've started using this new beauty blender. You just be like, all right, okay. You're not like,
yeah, I work in hair and beauty, at the college. I know my stuff.
I can proper imagine you a big gold in that. I just tell them all about it. Fantasy football? No, never heard of it. All right, well, anyway, this week, right, taking Grealish. He's 50% injured, so could play, could not play. Just like, shut up and get away from me now.
Get away, you goblin. Right. We've gone slightly off tangent there. Just going back into it then, just to cover like the other few teams, what we've got left. Obviously, Burnley defence, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool. I haven't even mentioned them. Any other hidden gems with Sheffield United, West Brom, Fulham, Wolves? Anyone in there? Anyone you thought about? Chelsea, double Chelsea defenders, or hard fixtures, do you think?
Hard fixtures for Chelsea. Well, I think in the future, possibly Rudiger. I mean, I think it's quite cheap, 4.6 or something like that. But not this game week anyway.
Yeah, I've grown to really, really like Rudiger after what he done last night at Suarez. He nipped his willy, didn't he? Did you see it? Did you see it?
I missed that.
You know what? I didn't really? It was that much of like a shithouse move. I didn't even see it myself on the replay.
Oh, man, yeah, they kept showing the replay, but you see his hand going, and he goes down for a bit of a present, and he just like probably gets in his face, and oh man, what a little shitter. But yeah, well, proud of Rudy for that. I like that.
Wasn't Giroud? Didn't he score a stunner? Didn't he over a kick?
Of course he scored. Why? We don't have enough time for me to get on this topic, but it still blows my mind that Tammy Abraham gets a canny look in on that squad. It's got to be him game week in. Every week for me, Giroud.
Yeah. Well, what about Werner, actually? I was going to bring this up next week. Timo Werner started to play better now, I think. I think he's still only got one goal, but he's got a few returns and assists as well.
Yeah, I think his confidence is up, definitely. But yeah, as far as goal threat comes, I just don't think he's like a good finisher. He can maybe get a few assists, but nah, it's a no from me.
Yeah, he just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, at the start of the year, I think we tipped like Werner and Havertz. Everyone had like high hopes from them. And they've just gone off the radar. It's funny that like James Rodriguez, he was another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for the Chelsea boys, mate. I think Havertz has probably done better than Werner in the time that he's had in the squad. But I just still feel like Werner's like, he can do it. It just looks like his head's battered, like he's trying too hard now. It's like he's playing catch-up, so he's like, he's just like skipping over his own feet and that. I don't know. I feel for him. I reckon he is really good, mate. I don't know. His head's battered. His confidence.
I think his confidence is there, though. He could be for next year, maybe. Maybe we'll get him in our teams.
Yeah.
Anyway, just gonna cover a few of the leagues just before we get going. Oh, actually, I'm going to show this guy. So I'll give a shout out. Ron Coyle played him this week. Battered me, to be fair. 92 points. People like Barnes and Vardy, Raphinha, Sterling, Fernandez, Strike, Cancelo, Stones couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So fair play to him. He's back in it.
I've got him this week.
So yeah, we'll go for the Helmets League first. So there's me, top 47 points, but it's down to 2 points between second and third. So it could be coming to an end. It's been since game week 1. I could get caught. But look at, obviously, ninth. I can't see. Is it 40 points there?
40 points.
Only 7 behind. So it's so tight. Tony doing well, 43 points in fourth.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I play bottom next week, but I did lose to second bottom 3 weeks ago, so that means nothing. But if I get another win, I could close it on you.
Yeah, easy win.
I was just actually telling the lads last night in the group chat, Matthew, that you sort of like, you turn your attention, hadn't you? You sort of weren't really paying much into this league, and now suddenly you're in a bit of a dogfight that you're going to have to like start booking your ideas up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I've like just had my team on like default a little bit. Not really been looking at anyone other's team in that league. I was quite far ahead. And I just thought, book my holidays ready for the playoff season, but I'm gonna have to start like knuckling down now, writing people's teams down. So bring it on.
Yeah.
Stand up cup. Liam Taylor still top 54. Harry Aiken 51. Tom Neal's the big mover this week, up to third, but it is tight in and around them playoff spot. Trev's been dragged into it a bit on 45 points. Tony, you're there at ninth, just outside. Your face is on there, and John Swales. So John Swales is on 39. Is that right? You're on 40.
Yeah.
40 points. So
yeah, he's right behind me.
Yeah, so seventh versus. I mean, it was myself versus Tony, Ben versus Jordan, and big week last week. There's the bottom half, right there in 15th.
Don't show me.
Danny Cannon and Ainsley just outside on 39 points. That's it. Got a quick minute. Any thoughts for next week, just before?
Neto.
Come on, Martinez.
Forgot to mention him. He's really impressing me lately, and I've called him a bang average winger for a long time, but he's playing brilliant.
Neto could be different.
No.
Is it
better than St. Maximin?
Is it better than Diego Jota?
Yeah.
I don't know the thing against him, that's all.
Yeah. Tell you what,
he's
a differential. 2 weeks' time, he's going back in the team.
Yeah.
100%.
And on that note, that's all the time that we've got for today. Thanks a lot, Tony, Brian.
Cheers. Thank you.
See you next week.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Bye.